All right. I'm just making sure this file is actually proper. All right. So time starts when I load this file. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this is Sly Cooper. So in this very first level, we're gonna see the first glitch of the strat, the run, I guess. We're actually just gonna skip the entire thing. Yeah, okay, good. And here we go. So I just skip like a death plane to go down to the end of the level, and I can leave it just then. Also, the reason why I'm loading a file instead of just starting the run on New Game is because we made some New Game Plus additions to the any % category, which allows us to skip cutscenes. So I just skipped the cutscene because we've already viewed it once. Just makes the game a bit nicer for the runners and also for the viewing experience, not having to watch the cutscenes every time. As you'd imagine, there's a lot of resetting in this game. I believe I have, on my main splits at home, I think I have about 8,500 resets, and if I had to watch 4 minutes of cutscenes every time, that would have been quite a lot of time spent on cutscenes. So we actually removed it a few months ago. So another strat here is the sign. I don't like walking through caves. I get claustrophobic, so I just fly instead. No, but there's a cutscene on the other side of the cave. We skip it by just jumping around it like that. The sign doesn't like us being in tight spaces behind it, so it'll launch us out. Some of the cutscenes that we have not skipped in this game are these in-game ones, and I'll try to skip one this way instead. Like that. That was a bit of a risky one, but it worked. So I die, but there is a checkpoint literally right behind me, so it doesn't matter. There's an upcoming cutscene here that I'm going to skip by going out of bounds, hopefully. There we go. And we're just going to walk on this cliff side here over the waterfall. So yeah, what you'll see in this game coming up is just like a very broken game, but at least we get to actually view levels and stuff. We don't actually, it's not a boss rush, even though it would look like it here in the beginning, as you'll see shortly. I've been running this game for about 4 years now, since like early 2014. Also another little neat skip there. And it's changed just a lot throughout the years. I'm happy to say that getting like a sub 1 hour is pretty easy now. It used to be the dream goal back in the day. So this game works in the way that you get a key for each level beaten, and you want to get the keys to unlock the locks leading into the boss battle. However, this is going to be the only key we're going to get in the first hub. And you'll see why in a bit. So first we're just going to load the game here, because we don't really want to do the intro little section going into the main hub world. So now we're in here. Oh, here is a Lucky Charm. Lucky Charms, if you ever played Crash Bandicoot, Lucky Charms act the same way as the Aku Mask, so we're going to pick that one up to shield us from taking any damage. Gonna wait for this guy to turn around. And we're going to use this guy's projectile to take out this generator down here. So the generator is something I'm supposed to break myself after getting 3 keys, but I don't really want to get 3 keys, so this is where I just skip 3 levels. I'm going to attempt pretty hot strat. And I got it. So that's a nice cutscene skip. There's a cutscene on the other side of that pipe, but there's a very tight window where you can jump around it and kill that guard on the roof. So you get to keep your charm. And right now I'm going to do something called super jumping. And Sly is essentially getting stuck in an animation while jumping. If I get stuck here, I'll get through the pipe, and there's the boss battle. So we're going into the boss now, without having done any levels. So a main discovery in the recent years since like Cooper speedrunning is the fact that backward compatibility on PlayStation 3 is faster. And the reason why is this right here. You just reset the game when you enter bosses, and it's faster than watching the intro cutscenes. So there we go. Doing this on PS2 is significantly slower because the PS2 just have slower loads, and also there's an intro screen on the PS2 with all the towers and all that, the crystal towers. You just don't watch that at all on a PS3, so You get to skip that. The only thing you have to watch is the intro a few times throughout the run, but it's still faster, so we do it. So here's the first boss, Sir Riley the Frog. He has a hat on, and he likes to eat flies. This is about all the character there is behind him, because we don't watch the cutscenes. But if you're unfamiliar with the game, he's basically like a pirate, but he used to just be a rich guy, and then he got bored of being rich, so he turned to evil. It's a bit of a weird story. He's like the only boss in this game that is evil just because he felt like it. The rest of the bosses kind of have a sad backstory, I guess, where they get bullied and stuff. Riley, no, he's just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just be evil today. This boss spell is pretty simple. He'll bounce around 5 times and then he'll deflate. The way he bounces depends on the phase. First, he just sticks to one platform. Second, he sticks to one platform, but all the other ones drop, etc. So this is the final phase. This is the only time where he doesn't bob around. Just gonna hit him and pause immediately. That gets me the autosave to show that I've beaten the boss, but I get to leave the level before the cutscene starts, which allows me to go to the next world faster. So this is a rocky start. So now you'll see why I got this lucky charm here, because I'm going to perform another cutscene skip similar to the one you saw in the very first level. But this time there's no checkpoint right behind the cutscene skip space. So I need a charm, otherwise I'll die. And dying is really, really slow, so we don't want to do that. Yeah, there's a cutscene on this little platform here. And if I just run off the side at the right frame, or not frame, but at the right like angle, I get to skip the cutscene by falling off the side. There's a nice little one cycle here. I don't know if I'm on pace to get it, because my movement's been a bit shaky. Like, I'll definitely get that one, but you can. There's like another set of pistons coming up that you can also skip without waiting. Yeah, I wasn't gonna make that. Yeah, I pick up another lucky charm. The reason being is that I'm gonna use this horseshoe charm here to get into the second boss without beating any levels, which again would suggest that it's kind of like a boss rush, but it really isn't, I promise. We'll actually get to do levels in the next hub world. So the lone key, the second key in the run, but the lone key in the second hop here. Gonna pick it up. And that's a rocky start. So every single hub world has like a little intro level before you get to be in the hub, but every map has one flag it sets when you load the game, and it'll just spawn me in past all of the platforming. So yeah, that's just like a little neat skip, I guess. Guards are blind unless you're on the floor, so I can just jump into his light and take him out without having to wait for him. And now we're gonna go flying with Air Cooper. Much like the sign, the game really doesn't like it when you get in tight spots. So now I'm up here. I'm gonna go into the casino prematurely, because the casino is like the second part of the hub world. In order to normally get in here, you need to get 3 keys. I don't have 3 keys, and I don't really want to get them, so I'm just gonna do this instead. So I'm gonna dig myself in behind this curtain here, do these super jumps again, where Sly is stuck in the animation, use this charm to damage abuse myself behind this, and that's the boss battle again. So that's the second boss we're into now. And once again, I'll reset the game. I'll do this for every single boss except the final boss. So expect some black screen for like 2 more times in the run. But yeah, since the cutscenes are skipped, I guess I can like explain what Mugshot is and why he is the way he is. Well, Mugshot was when he was a kid, he got bullied by the other people in school, and he decided one day that enough is enough. So he grew up to be a buff bulldog and became a gangster. And he just, yeah, wreaked chaos and all that. But, I mean, I guess raccoons aren't really that afraid of bulldogs, because we're just going to take him on. Also, if you haven't played this game at all and you don't know the plot line, basically, Sly Cooper is a thief from a long line of thieves, and they have this book with all the thief moves and stuff they can do. But that book was stolen by a gang called the Fiendish Five, which the bosses that we've been taking down so far, Raleigh and Mugshot, they're in this gang. So this is like Sly getting the pages of the book back and taking down bosses one by one. So it's like a revenge plot. Coming up with this the final phase. I'm gonna do a... I wouldn't say it's risky anymore because I've done it so much, but if I don't get it, we're screwed. But nah, I got it, so it's all good. So we can actually jump to this platform that he's standing on, which you're not supposed to. You're supposed to jump to the points around him, but I just did that instead. Then I loaded the game as I hit the final mirror, because when you load in this game, you get a fade out, and I got the autosave while in the fade out, so the game considers me as having beaten the boss. And again, I do this to skip the cutscene that appears afterward. Now, coming up is potentially the hardest strat in the entire game. I'm gonna go for it once. If I don't get it, not that strat, that was really easy. I just didn't press circle. I'm coming up, as I said, it's the hardest strat in the game, I think. Maybe not. I think it's the hardest strat because it's this early, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of hard stuff in this game, but this one particularly is really annoying. I'll go for it once. If I don't get it, too bad. We'll just do the level, like the slow and the old way. But you're supposed to jump on this rock, and I didn't get it, so whatever. We'll just not bother. There's a very, very small space on that rock where you can stand, and if you land on it, you then have to run and oh my god. Run and jump to a vine. And it's just like, it's really tight and it's really hard. So it's not like, I go for it in runs at home, but if I don't get it, it's a reset, basically. Also, he just doesn't want to jump here. I don't know what's going on. And this is like, this saves like a second over just going around, but I'm determined to get this. There we go. It's not hard. Yeah, I get to show off the Nuka jump, which is the old strat we used to do here. So instead of jumping off, we just go this way. Let's see if I remember how to get the Nuka jump. Almost. So close. But yeah, we'll just do that instead. Alright, that was really, really slow, but it's okay. I tried to show off a strat, and it didn't work, so... But yeah, this is the end of this level. We have to kill all these candles off in order to trigger the key that we can get to leave the level. And there we go. So this is the first time we were gonna do a thing called get keys, instead of actually glitching the heck out of the game. Actually, I'm lying. We're gonna actually glitch the game too still, but we're still actually gonna get all the keys, because we haven't found a way to skip into the boss in this world. And I'm kind of happy about that. I mean, I know if we skip into the boss, the game is faster, but I don't know, I kind of like the idea of actually doing levels instead of just having a boss rush. So this is the first level that we're going to do in the run, technically, aside from the 2 intro levels, or 3 entry levels. This is called the Lair of the Beast. If you ever played this game yourself, you know that there's a massive giant snake in here that's like trying to chase you down and kill you, but we don't like snakes in the speedruns, so we tend to skip them. Also, I just skipped the cutscene by loading the game there, if you're wondering what that was. So yeah, we're actually just gonna leave the level before we trigger the snake. And by leave the level, I mean just like literally leave the level, if I can. I haven't done this backup jump in a while, but okay, it's fine. So we're just gonna run around on the side of the wall here. And you can see the keys down to my left. So that skips the trigger for the snake, and it's just a lot faster. Exit the level as you get the key to skip the little animation of Sly taking the key out of the cage, and we're off to the next level. So coming up is Piranha Lake. I just call it fish because you have to collect fish. It's the first of 2 notorious minigames in the second hub world. And they are just like infamous time losses when you have an optimized time. Because these fish move however they want, whenever they want, and they spawn at random. So this is like it's not entirely RNG, there is some skill to it, but these fish are very unreliable. So we wanna... I missed the torch, that's not good. So we wanna collect these fish, and I guess according to Bentley, who is like our little buddy, according to him, picking up the fish with this vehicle turns them into oil, rudely. And oil is, you know, useful because we can make fire with oil. So we light up all these torches. We wanna light up the torches because once we do, it breaks the voodoo magic that's like encasing the key that we're gonna get. But yeah, there's like the strat to this is like to keep moving all the time and light up the torches as you go. But these fish are being incredibly rude and really annoying. So this is a bad time. Usually I aim to get like more than a minute left on the in-game timer in the bottom right left corner, but I had like 48 seconds there, so it wasn't very good. It was not very good fish, but it's okay. So I get the key and I go to view map, because in this case it's faster to go view map instead of exit level. Excuse me. Hello. It just would not bounce on the thing. He actually landed on it twice without bouncing, which is interesting. Yeah, coming up is a grave undertaking. So, a friend of mine called Sharo calls a split for this a grave level, a grave flaw in level design. And I mean, it's a pretty accurate name because we're gonna just skip the entire thing shortly. So I did say we're gonna get keys, but we are still glitching the game. So that's actually incredible. I just nailed that first try. It's not that hard, but it's pretty tight and pretty precise. But yeah, from here you can just go to the end of the level, get the key, and that's it. So you skip all the... It's actually a really long level. It's probably the longest level in this hub world, but we just skipped basically the entire thing. Also, come on. Trying to get out of bounds here. There we go. It's really easy to get out of bounds in this game if you haven't noticed. You can just jump up a wall and then there you go. Coming up is the second minigame. This is down home cooking, but again, I just like to refer to it as chickens instead of the actual name because chickens is nicer. And yeah, so I skipped the cutscene as I enter the level. So it's kind of like, if you don't know why I'm like, if you don't know the game lore, you're kind of like probably wondering why I'm just running around hitting chickens randomly in this chicken coop. So basically right up like beneath the ceiling right now, there's a friendly ghost. Like all the ghosts in the game so far has tried to kill us, but this ghost is friendly, okay? He's willing to strike off a deal with us, and if we can whack 50 chickens for him, he'll have enough chicken to cook up some delicious chicken gumbo. And, you know, who doesn't like food, right? So we agreed to that, so we'll get the key if we can get him chickens. But these roosters here, these male chickens, they don't really like us killing all their chicks. So, I mean, that's understandable, but, you know, you gotta do it. But they're so angry that they're actually just kamikaze bombing us with, like, Looney Tunes tier bombs. Oh, no chicken down there, I thought there was. So yeah, the chickens have like certain patterns they like to run in. That was also not a great minigame. Like again, another bad minigame. That actually started out really well, but kind of fell apart towards the end. Yeah, get the key, make sure you get the autosave and then exit level, where you skip the cutscene. So we're gonna do a dumb little strat I found recently. See if I can get it. I did it. So you're supposed to, when you enter this level, you're supposed to enter it through a little vehicle, and it does a dumb little animation when you enter it. I found that if you jump at an angle while swinging the cane, you actually just like kind of skip the animation, and you can just like run in yourself, which is just like half a second faster probably. It's not much faster, just a little bit. Also, keep a close eye on this vehicle. Memorize it, because we're going to be seeing this later in the run as well in the literal dumbest strat you'll ever see in a speedrun. But yeah, the first part of this level is just a simple auto-scroller here. We're just on this little boat. These tombstones spawn ghosts. So we take them out. Yeah, that's the auto-scroller part. So you'll notice I have a lucky charm. Ideally I want to keep this through this level, but it has been seen in the past that I lose it throughout here. Yeah, so I have a lot of coins already. I'm not supposed to have this many coins, but it's not a big deal. Anyway, this is the end of the level. We have to break these 3 tombstones. Oh my god, there was a lot of ghosts. Okay, well, that's fine. I did say I didn't want to lose my charm, but it really isn't that big of a deal. Okay. The level just did not want to end for some reason. Alright, so this is a bit of a new route to the game, going this way around. You're not supposed to be able to do this without getting hit, but if you jump and spin at the right time like that, you actually just skip the voodoo magic that's been thrown at you. This is one of the reasons why I would like to have a charm here, because this jump coming up has the potential to end me. But yeah, okay, so I didn't get it. But at least I didn't die. So we'll do like the super old strat, which is like just going back around here and jumping in like that. I actually didn't get a let's grab there, but I thought I was gonna. But if you don't get a let's grab, you can actually just jump to the vine before the guard turns around. But I don't know, if I had the gut feeling that I was gonna get a let's grab, but I didn't. Also, yeah, I just got 100 coins, which gives me a charm. Which is a little bit unfortunate, actually. I really don't want 2 charms right now. Okay, I mean, I didn't want to lose it either, but sure, why not? But yeah, I have to get rid of the charms in the boss battle anyway, because I'm doing a Thievius. So having just 1 charm is a bit faster than having 2 charms. And I'll get the charm back again at the end by loading the game. But yeah, that's the end of the level. We're just sliding around here. I'm gonna go to view map. I'm gonna go back to chickens, but I'm gonna leave it immediately. This is just to make the navigating of the hub world shorter. So instead of having to go all the way around, we can just go to that level, leave it, and then we can enter the boss battle right here. This is a relatively new route, actually. Like, we're doing the levels in reverse order than what we would usually do classically in the run, or traditionally in the run. But this is like within the last 2 months or so, this route the route was implemented because we found a way to skip the voodoo attack from the center. Another instance of resetting the game. This is the second to last time you'll ever see this, hopefully. Unless you go watch runs on personal streams, of course. But like in this run specifically, this is the second to last time you're going to be seeing this. I'm sure we all know by now that Sony Computer Entertainment America is presenting this game, and that Sucker Punch Productions developed it. Alright, so this is Miss Ruby. Have you ever played Dance Dance Revolution? Because this boss battle is going to remind you of it. First, we're gonna hit out of bounds here, do a slope jump up this side. Jump on this thing, walk in the out of bounds. And I wanna take damage in the water behind Miss Ruby like this. So basically, the game thinks that if I'm able to hit the water over here, well, that must mean you died in the second phase, because that's the literal only way you're supposed to be able to be over there. So if you hit that water, the game thinks you already made it to the second phase, which allows us to skip the first phase. Now you'd think, but the first phase is just running up and hitting her once, and that is correct. But that is still slower because you get a 45-second cutscene after hitting her, so you get to skip that by going out of bounds. So this boss battle is just mashing the buttons or timing the input. I don't have that great game audio right now, so I'm not gonna try to time it. But then again, even when I do runs at home, I don't try to time this, because the game lags sometimes and it's really annoying, so I just mash every time. There's no penalty to mashing. Like, there's no cooldown, so you can just keep mashing. So there's 4 phases to this boss battle. We just skipped the first phase, we just did the second phase, and this is the third phase. And we're gonna make this the final phase, even though there's another one after this. There's a technique where we can actually hit Miss Ruby twice. And she has 2 hits of health left, so we can actually kill her before we're supposed to. And I'll do that just at the end of this. And this trick is convenient because I even get to get my lucky charm back that I got rid of before falling in the water. Or dying in the water, I guess. Also, just appreciate the roosters here without the bombs. They're dancing, they're happy. I always get a little giggle out of their model, it's so stupid. And then they just all disappear. But yeah, we run up to her, we go to the menu, and then we go load game. And then we mash square, and there you go. Oh. That's Miss Ruby done. We got our lucky charm back. We got to skip the cutscene because we loaded the game, and we got the autosave, so that means we beat the boss. We can go on ahead and enter Hub 4. Second to last world in the game. This is the last time we're going to be getting keys, because in the final world there are no keys. So we're approaching the end of the game. So coming up, this is the Panda King's lair, his world. If you ever played Sly 3, you are familiar with the Panda King, because he's a playable character in that game, spoiler alert, from 2005. Oh, I'm kind of stuck here. There we go. So we go out of bounds here, not because it's faster necessarily, but because we skip a cutscene doing so. Whoa. Don't want to get hit by icicles today, if I can help it. There we go. So this is probably like the longest level we've done in the game so far. And there haven't really been that many super optimizations. Like you go out of bounds, but that's about it so far. But there's a pretty neat way of finishing off this level. So you've seen super jumps a few times. I'll be doing another one here, but this one is a bit different. Yeah, I actually messed up there. Oh my god. Whatever. Actually, no, not whatever, because this is still faster. Why am I'm mistiming this. I'm not used, like, there's a slightly different, like, delay on this TV than what I'm used to, so the timing's a little bit different, but I'm not gonna make that an excuse. That was still just bad. And that was, I keep messing this up. I can't believe it. There we go, finally. Thanks, guys. Alright, the worst part is that isn't even the level. We have to leave it again and go back in and get the key, because if you don't have the key, we can't get to the boss. But this is just like a faster way of getting to the next level. As you noticed, when I walked through that orb to go into the hub world, we were kind of in an awkward spot. There were no levels around us, but if we get the key and then go to view map and enter the hub world like that, we're actually in a way better position to get to levels. So you'll see I'm spawning in an entirely different location than before. And this location is a lot more convenient. This level right here is the third. There's 3 of these kinds of levels in the game. This is the second of its kind, but the first one we've seen the run. We skipped the second one because the second one is in the second hub world. Or the first one is in the second hub world, rather. We skipped that because we skip all the levels there. But yeah, Murray has decided to leave the van and the hideout to venture out to get the key here. And we have to be his guardian angel and take out all the bad guys that want to halt his progress. So this is just like your typical rail shooter mission. I know where they all spawn, and some of the walls you can shoot through. Because I guess they just didn't bother making it solid, because you're not supposed to walk over there. So you can shoot through the walls for the most part. I didn't want to say it, but there's a chance that Murray can fall down here and just fall forever and die, despite him having a charm. I think it depends on how fast you kill the guards. The game is a bit weird like that. There's not like in the other rail shooter, in a hub 2, you can actually also softlock the game by getting Murray stuck somewhere. And in the final one, you can also softlock the game, which actually happened to me recently on a PB-paced run, where Sly got stuck in a pipe. You'll see that level in like 10 minutes time. Actually, no, a little bit more than 10 minutes. And there we go, that's the key. Can't skip this animation, unlike the ones with Sly. You can skip Sly's animations because you can exit the level, but not in this case. Got like a single coin. Alright, so this is the unseen foe, and this is like definitely my favorite level in this world, and it's probably my second or first favorite level in the entire game for the speedrun, because there's a lot of tech, and I already messed one of them up. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you,
It jumps to this guard post house. That skips an entire little section of the level. There'll be some more pretty cool movement here. You jump on this railing. Whoa, I got Did I just get pushed away? What happened there? Okay, let's just try that again. There we go, without getting pushed away this time. That was really I don't know, but did I get proxy? Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before, and I've run this game for 5 years almost. It's so strange. Like, I just got pushed away mid-air. Like, sometimes you get pushed away by the monkey on the bridge, but that was, like, not by the monkey at all. Yeah, but normally I would exit the game here, but I'm gonna load it to get my charm back because I don't want to lose it. And we're just gonna exit level like that. It's a bit slower, but it's fine. I'm doing it for safety because marathon. This run hasn't exactly gone flawlessly so far, so it's probably good to keep this around. But yeah, anyway, coming up is Temple of Flame, or it's like Flaming Temple of Flame, sorry. And that's like I like to call it. I like to just call it Temple del Fuego because it's a bit funnier. This level is another one of those levels where we kind of just cut it in half by abusing the game's physics. Like that. So all the stuff behind me right now we basically just skipped, and we can go on ahead. And I can't believe that I'm getting this unlucky right now. Good thing I saved that charm, huh? I want to get the charm. Like, this is unoptimal and slow, but I want the charm. On the very final boss, there's a relatively hard strat. And I'd like to show it off, or at least attempt to show it off. But in the case that I mess it up, I would like to keep the charm so that I can still beat the boss without having to redo it. So that's why I'm continually keeping this charm. It's not that I need it for a strat or anything. Like, this is entirely optional. So coming up is Rapid Fire Assault, better known as spinning, and this is the stupidest strat you'll ever find in any speed game. You literally go into this corner and you just spin out. I got really good spinning. Unbelievable. Okay, so for those who don't understand the severity of stupidness from this strat, sorry, I can't talk, is that the spinning is completely arbitrarily and random. You just go into that corner and you spin around, and sometimes it takes 5 minutes and other times it takes 20 seconds. No one really knows why it is the way that it is, but I'm really happy that I got this fast, because I never get this fast. In my PB I lost 33 seconds to this. So yeah, a lot of time saved on that split. I got my PB just the day before I left for Finland actually, so it's still relatively new in memory. So there's a cutscene on this roof. I'm gonna skip it by hawking the left side, because the trigger doesn't extend that far. Bit of funky physics there on the hook, but that's fine. Right, so because I have this charm, I'm just gonna jump in the pit here and get rid of it. And you might be like, well, you just saved the game, or loaded the game multiple times to get the charm. Why would you just get rid of it? And the answer to that question is that I simply need to die in this level. So, yeah. I'll get it back by loading at the end, so worry not. But yeah, it's a bit... I have to death abuse over here. But first I need to get the checkpoint. There's a checkpoint on top of this pillar. There we go. You get it and you can just jump in the pit here. You die and you respawn up here, which skips about 25 seconds of platforming. Hopefully Carmelita won't shoot my icicles. She likes to do that. But she didn't this. Well, she kind of did, but I was already off the icicle, so it's all good. She's kind of just falling through the nothingness here, because I'm supposed to be where Sly is now, but I kind of ran away after hitting the final one, and the game gets a bit confused. Once again, loading the game, get the charm back, get the key to fade out, and go on ahead and exit the level. Final level in the Hub World coming up, and also the final key in the entire game. This is the only cutscene that we cannot skip in the Binocucom. So instead we can mess around with their heads instead. For whatever reason, the developers allowed us to do this in the cutscenes. So it looks like Sly is having like a slight seizure down here. Murray can do it too, but Sly's a little bit more movable, I guess.
You could use the key. Think you could take him?
Come on, Sly, they're a pack of monkeys. How can I lose?
But yeah, pressing the start button in this cutscene just doesn't do anything, so we can't open the menu and we can't load the game.
Keep clear of those icy patches.
Thanks for the advice, Sly, but trust me, I got this under control.
Right, so these levels have a few nitros that you can pick up, and they respawn if they disappear. Like that guy just picked mine up, which has been annoying, but I can just go back and it should respawn. Yeah, oh, that was bad. But yeah, with the nitros, I can boost up this wall and skip the level. So I get the key without actually doing the race, which I think is a pretty neat find. But yeah, anyway, that's all the keys, and we are ready to go to the boss. This is going to be the last time we restart the game. And we're entering the very final world of this game. We're going to the Krakharov volcano in Russia, I believe it's called. And we're here to track down Clockwork, the mysterious final boss. But first, we have to beat the Panic Gang. So this game came out before Kung Fu Panda, but I'm pretty sure this is where the inspiration is from. Evil Jack Black up here. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Get the autosave and then leave the level.
Okay, partner.
And here we go, final hub world. Of course it starts out with an auto-scroller. This is the silence before the storm. The final hub world is just like, it's hard, stupid, or random stuff just on a line. Like everything in the final few levels is just ridiculously difficult. Except for this level. This level is fine. The next level, I guess, isn't really that difficult either, but it's random as to if you're gonna save time or not.
Bingo.
But I'll get to that when we get there.
And the Clockwork is holed up in that owl-shaped tower.
First things first, we've got half the Robo-Falcons at 12 o'clock, Sly.
Blackstone Tower is a giant death ray. Sly, take out those rocks or we
It's a nice little Star Wars reference there. That's no tower. It's a giant death ray.
Heads up! The robo
When they find the Death Star in Star Wars. Yeah, the only real danger in this level are the Robo Falcons. It really isn't that much to say about this level. It is literally just like riding through it.
We're getting swarmed!
I don't usually get this many charging Falcons, but I handled it pretty well.
Nice shooting, Sly! Looks like we're in the clear.
Murray, that cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
Alright, so coming up is Burning Rubber, is what the level is called. This level is also just described as the computer race. You run around in Murray's van, all these computers drop from the ceiling, and you want to pick them all up. You want to pick up 60 before these fire slugs. So this is the last random minigame of the run. And the concentration levels are always really high here, because I really just... Oh no. Get out of here. So the main strat for this is to keep the camera just banking around the arena constantly to see where you get the drops. And then it's just about chasing them down and going for the ones that you know you're going to be able to make before the slugs get them. This is not the greatest RNG here. Oh, there we go. That's all the 60 computers. I might actually get 61 computers, because that computer is literally right in front of me, so he might hit it. The counter won't go up, but like 61 computers is still a thing. Is he gonna get it? Oh, he got... Oh, 63 computers! He got 2 computers! Extra, aside from the top, the first one. Not bad. Okay, coming up is Bentley Skip. And I told you guys that the late game of this game, or this run, is just ridiculously unforgiving and difficult. This is one of those really difficult strats. Let's see how it's gonna go. So Carmelita's been caught by clockwork and she's in that cylinder. We're supposed to save her, but I don't really want to do that. Because she's a cop and we're a thief, you know? Oh, this is not... And there we go, okay. So the reason why we want to skip it is because if we don't skip it and do it the intended way, we have to do a hacking minigame as Bentley, and I just messed up this cutscene skip. So that goes half a minute. But anyway, this is super tight timing for this cutscene skip. Unfortunate that I didn't get it. I got like the half one, so the menu opened but then closed immediately, which means that I get to skip half the cutscene and not the entire one, which is a bit weird, but oh well. But yeah, there's a hacking minigame. The whole plot is that you want to save Carmelita. Bentley hacks into the system to free her from the cylinder. But yeah, you can skip that entire minigame by just skipping the trigger for it. This is the last auto-scrolly minigame thing. And there's a slight chance the Sly will get stuck in that pipe that the slug just came out of. But not today, that's good. I've had run style to that as well. If you shoot the slugs at a specific timing, you can get super unlucky and slide just gets stuck in the pipe, and it's really bad because it messes up with the AI pathing. But that did not happen this time. So because I've already shot all these yellow things up here, there's nothing stopping Slide from just going to the end, and these slugs are not supposed to be this many, so they just go flying. They proxy off of each other, and it's pretty hilarious.
Nice job, Raccoon.
But yeah. Coming up is Sink and Peril, the very final level of the game before the final boss, and arguably the best platforming level in the game. I think so anyway. One of the best, maybe not the best, but like definitely top 3 of platformers in this game. There's plenty of small strats we can do here to like skip platforming. Like jumping on this cogwheel as well. Okay, maybe not. Okay, we're just gonna restart this level. Just don't worry about it. I don't know why he didn't let's grab that. He should have. He didn't. Oh well. Oh my god, are you serious right now? I wanted to keep that charm so bad, you don't understand. Because now, I don't know. I don't know how I am with estimate, so I don't know if I should risk going for the clockwork jump at the end now, because I really can't be bothered to load the game and get the charm again. Right. So we're actually trying to get a jetpack. That's why we're doing this level. It can be a bit confusing if you don't know the game yourself. Like you don't understand like why we do the things we do. But yeah, right. We're trying to get a jetpack so we can take down Clockwork, and the jetpack is on top of this tower that we're climbing. It's right there, in fact. And final boss time. A strange reunion. So I've said this before at other marathons and stuff, but honestly I feel like the Clockwork fight is one of the very best in gaming and just in general of boss battles, because you got Clockwork here, he's taunting you, he's talking smack, he's shooting stuff at you, you're on a jetpack, you're flying across like a pit of lava, he's a giant metallic owl. Like, I don't know, how is that not literally the definition of epic? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh yeah, I don't know. I really like this boss battle. I think it's just a perfect way to end off like a really good platformer.
Nice shooting, Sly. You got him.
So that's the first phase out of 3.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me...
And this is a cutscene that we technically can skip, I think, but it's not really worth it because this cutscene is slower than the first phase.
Well, there's where you're
So
wrong.
it's faster to watch this cutscene than it is to play through the first phase again, because if we load the game, we have to start over.
Raccoonus.
Enough, slide.
Because we get to hear some smack talk, which is always nice.
I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only masterpiece will be Clockwork. My skills are superior.
Pre-fire him a few times,
You cannot escape me.
get some free hits. Yeah, these rings are kind of scary. They can bounce back after you go through them and hit you in the back, and it's like terrifying. Because you will die if they hit you.
Now's your only
So do I do the strat or do I not do the strat? These are the questions that I'm considering right now. I'm doing it. And good thing I did, because I nailed it. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me. There we go. Alright, so time is coming up here. 3, 2, 1, time.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but
So
I
it's
managed
like
to
Cooper and the
snatch
Thievius
that last
Raccoonus.
piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's
And
claw.
this is the only cutscene that we
I
get
had
to
taken
watch.
down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot.
So aside from a few
Misery,
hiccups
Panda King,
and me being very
finally
persistent on
Clockwork.
showing off strats that I
I'd
just
beaten
didn't
them
get,
all
I feel
one
like
by
this run
one
was
and
alright. I
reclaimed
don't
my
think it went too bad.
birthright. Of course,
But
there
yeah, I
was
hope
no
you
way
enjoyed
I
that
could've
run.
gotten
Please stick
here
around
without
for the
help
rest
of my
and support the
pals.
marathon.
I know
Showed
this
some
hasn't
love.
been easy for them,
It's been nice
but
being
they
here
stuck
so
with
far,
me
and
through it all.
I'm sure it'll continue to be so. But thank you for watching, and please
Really,
enjoy the rest of the
it took a
marathon.
lot of